here is what my advice to graduating seniors is. Love God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. You are going through a period of time where you are discovering yourself. You're passing from childhood into adulthood, and you are discovering all the infinite treasures of, developing your talents, your ability, your thoughts. So you're discovering yourself, and also you're going up on a great adventure, into the world to discover the wonders of the world, the many different possibilities that there are, the many different opportunities that there are, and the experiences and the knowledge that is there. You're going off on a great journey of discovery and activity to come to know yourself and to know the world and to make decisions as to how you are going to adapt to that world in a meaningful and positive way. And so, as I said, there are a lot of different ways in which people can advise you on that. But my primary advice is to love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, to plant this seed into your consciousness. Because as you are growing and as you are discovering yourself and discovering the world, you really are in the process of discovering God, discovering the Creator, because God created all things. Without God, nothing would exist. You wouldn't exist, and neither would anything else. And as St. Paul said in Romans, that the people, the individual nature, God's power and deity are clearly seen in the things that He has made. You are one of the things that God has made, and everything is something that comes ultimately from God. So in going out and discovering yourself and discovering the world, you actually are discovering God. And so love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. Some people might get the idea, oh, well, that means that then I'll just be focusing on God and not on other things. No, if you love God with all your heart, then your life will be filled with love. And you will have more love, purer love, truer love for other people. God's love will be a part of your friendships with other people. God's love will be a part of all of your relationships. If you love God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind, you will have more love for people. You will have more love for animals. You will have more love for nature. You will have more love for life. Love God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. And as Jesus said, seek first God's kingdom and righteousness, and all else will be added unto you, because your life will be full and rich, because you will have the love of God and the inspiration of God. If you love God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind, and you're in that kind of relationship with God, then God's Spirit will guide you. God will give you wisdom to make the right decisions. That's the reason why things that I may have gained, or a little bit of wisdom about this or that, or practical advice, is irrelevant. It may, in different circumstances, be relevant to a given situation, but the source of all wisdom is God. So if you love God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, God will give you wisdom. And, and then you will make better choices. and your life will be filled with meaning and with love, and God can inspire you. You're going to be discovering yourself. You're going to find out what your talents and your abilities are, and so you develop those to the fullest. You learn about the world. You learn about what opportunities are. Then you learn how to express your talents in those ways. And so that's a natural process. And I don't really need to advise you about that, because if you discover yourself and you get to know the world, that will be a natural thing. But in in moving forward in that direction, you want to have God's guidance. You want to have God's guidance. You want to have the wisdom, because God will always be with you. If you look and put your faith in money, if you put your faith in people, no matter who it is, there are times when, and you may have already experienced in your life, there are times when you may be disappointed in your parents or in your friends or in somebody that you love. But God will always be with you. God will never let you down. So love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and follow God's guidance, and trust God. Trust God with all your heart. This is Proverbs 3:5. Trust God with all your heart, and do not rely on your own understanding, and acknowledge God in all your ways, and He will direct your paths. So that then you can grow, and all these talents and abilities and your internal nature can grow and blossom and come to fruition. And that's what we want, because the purpose of your life is to experience joy, and joy comes from living a life that is full of love. And if you love God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind, you will have a life that is filled with love and joy.